Like we're doing it live in person.
I know.
Usually it's like, oh, Riley's over here and I'm over there. We got our own screens. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. We're so excited today. And my laptop screen is still broken. So if I keep looking up like this, it's because I'm trying to look at us on the TV and I keep forgetting. It's going to be hard for you.
I know. I keep looking up. It's like,
Yes. So come on in. We are excited. We have a special guest tonight. We're going to be talking about Ebony Wine, which I cannot wait. Listen, it's been in my fridge for 2 weeks. So I'm like, I'm ready, y'all.
I'm ready.
Y'all get y'all drinks together because we're going to be sipping. And I'm really excited because we actually get to drink together in person for once.
I know.
You know, it's been
That's
like since
rare.
my wedding anniversary. That was March 3rd.
Oh, no. We did one time where we sat right here. Remember?
After?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, my memory sucks. But hold on for a second.
Why are we like toggling?
You keep talking for a second. I gotta do something real quick.
Okay. So yeah, what's everybody sipping on tonight? What are you? I'm so excited that we get to be together.
Y'all,
what are you guys drinking?
We was about to be in real trouble because I thought that my laptop was plugged in all this time, and it said low battery's about to die. That would have sucked. What's up, Poetic Lyrics? Thanks for coming on over from Tea with Monique.
Hi.
Dulcinea, my girl. Thank you. What's going on? Get y'all's drinks ready. I'm trying to give everybody a second to get in here. Everybody's a little late and lagging. I got the darn swipe up from Instagram posted all late and wrong. It's just been one of those days.
Yes.
My son woke up this morning with a sore throat. It's been a long weekend. And now I'm over here getting stuffy. And y'all know I got the diffuser going with the sinus relief and the anti-stress right now. I ain't playing.
And I'm just trying not to catch it.
Right?
I've been up there right next to Melania. She's just sneezing. I'm like,
oh, God.
I was in there drawing her, and I'm like, girl.
I had to sage the whole house. I was like, germs be gone. We are not playing. I am not trying to be sick. I always talk about how I never get sick, and I'm over here with a stuffy nose. Sinus relief. Come on and work. Come on through. But yes, we're going to be sipping on Ebony Wine tonight. The founder and owner of Ebony Wine, her name is Camillya Masunda, and I'm really excited because outside of us drinking this amazing sparkling wine that we're going to taste, we're going to be talking about keeping the business in the family. What does that mean? Because for some people, I've heard horror stories where you work with family and then things just don't go right. Mm-hmm. And then I've heard success stories where you are able to, and most of those success stories involve the children. Yeah. Growing up
and brought up in
but
the business.
Distant relatives is a little different. We'll see. Siblings. I've had great situations with mine.
Yeah, you have really good situations with your siblings. I do too, but your brother and sister are really on it.
Yeah. Like we're gonna talk about that more, and we'll talk about why it works as well. Because I've had different situations where I had to, reevaluate things and go another way. Yeah. So, but I'm really excited. I'm going to go ahead and pop her up on the screen right now because y'all, I'm ready to taste this sparkling wine. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi.
Yes.
Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. We're so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yay! I've been following you on Instagram. So everybody out there that's watching, if you look in the description, there's a link that will take you to the website if you want to purchase some wines, and also to the Instagram page, which I love. Everything about it is Black is Beautiful. I love following you, and I'm just excited that you're able to be here with us today. And I would love for you to tell us about yourself and your journey, and then we're going to get into sipping this.
Okay. Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction. My name is Camillya Masunda. I'm the founder and CEO of Ebony Wine Spirits. Ebony Wine Spirits is probably one of the newest Black-owned wine and spirits companies to the industry, and the first Black-owned wine and spirits company in North Carolina, Charlotte to be precise. Our mission is to celebrate Black unity and culture around the globe. And we do that through our amazing, delectable wines. As far as I'm a serial entrepreneur, wine is definitely my passion. But yeah, I have quite a few endeavors that I am a part of and I love. And I heard you guys earlier talking about family and business, and definitely all of my businesses are with family. So it's a great thing.
It is wonderful. And you were I was so impressed because your daughter was right there on camera, just like setting up everything and helping. Can you please tell us your daughter's age and her role in the company?
Okay, my daughter is 18 years old. She just graduated high school. She is our creative director. She has a very major role within our business. And that's because her name is Lanaya Miller. She has been with me through all of my business endeavors and journeys. Through college, I had her very early. I had her at 15. So she literally, we grew up together. From high school to being in college with me. This is her second go around to me at going to college because she has been there with me through the whole journey. And yeah, it's amazing having her a part, just seeing her growth as a businesswoman.
Wow, I love it. I love it. You know, I was all about it. As soon as I read your bio, I said, this is so amazing because this is exactly what I want for my children, to see their mom being this entrepreneur and handling things. And then for them to learn and actually be hands-on throughout the whole process. And I have my kids down here all the time helping me with meal essentials. Yes. And it's amazing because it teaches them this self-value and this confidence that it's like, oh, I can think of something, I can actually create something, and then I can sell it and be my own boss. And that's what I always preach to them. So I love that your daughter has grown up in an entrepreneurial household, and for her to be a part of the company in such a major way is just, I'm just smiling ear to ear. I love it.
Well, you know, just to piggyback on what you were saying, for you to create something from your brain and to really bring it into fruition and to execute this dream, I think that's absolutely amazing. But when you have your children to be a part of something like that, you're really instilling something that takes your vision to the next level when it comes to having them appreciate and value the dream and the vision, which is like the concept in building generational wealth for us. Understanding that they are such a really big part of the vision and how it's supposed to carry out from generation to generation. And when they are hands-on with it, it means that they're going to have an attachment to their heart instead of letting something go or selling something. And I think within the Black families, I think that's a topic that we have a lot of discussion about, older businesses and then selling them. And I think that's why for me, it's very important that she's right here with me every step of the way. So she has that attachment.
Yes. No, I love that. I love that. So we were, you know what, before we start getting into the discussion, I would love for you to tell us about the sparkling wine that we're about to try. And then we're going to open it up. You want to open it up? You want me to open it up?
Yeah, I want you to do it.
Okay.
Well, that is our golden bottle. If I had to have all my varietals, all of our wine are my favorite, but that Kinshasa in your hand, now that is the golden bottle.
Kinshasa, what does that mean?
Where did the name come from?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kinshasa is the third largest city in Africa. My family is from Congo, Zaire. And so Kinshasa, we call that bottle that you're about to open the taste of the sun. Kinshasa is probably the only place that's going to give you city life like New York. Rainforest is going to give you volcanoes, mountains, and all of these things in one place.
Really?
Yes. So you definitely, it's so much to discover.
Yes.
Look, I just saw Cruella recently.
I was so bad. I always keep my hand over top just in case.
Smart.
I don't want to take nobody's eye out. You don't need to be messing up Riley's face. Oh, no.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So
pretty.
I love that. First of all, the bottle is beautiful. Like the packing, it's amazing. Y'all have to make sure y'all check out their Instagram. And that's what I love about it. It's so funny because it literally reminds me of like with my Mila Eve. It's like literally gold and black. I love Like,
That's
yeah.
my favorite. It's
Oh my
favorite.
God. It's so beautiful. So I'm ready.
I'm excited.
I'll pour yours first.
Okay.
Gentlewoman.
Yeah. And so yeah, I can. That's how I would describe it. The taste of the sun. When you taste it,
Taste
you'll
of the sun.
love it.
Ooh, I love that. The taste of the sun. Yes, sun. Because the sun loves us.
Yes, it does.
So, when did you get started?
So most people don't believe this, but we got started during the pandemic. I started with the dream in 2018, just writing everything down, really learning about, really working on the industry as far as permits and everything like that. But really launching, that was definitely September is when we had our launch. It was supposed to be earlier, but of course the pandemic. So I kept pushing it back and pushing it back. And then my spirit said jump. And so I jumped and here we are. And obviously it's really only been less than almost 9 months since we've been in a full, business and company, but everything is moving so fast and the support is overwhelmingly amazing from our
But
community.
I love that how you had the idea in 2018 and then nothing like the pandemic to make you like really push ahead.
The pandemic was good to me. Like, a lot of us, like I hear a lot of these same stories where it's like, it gave us the time to really focus on those projects that we have been holding on to for a while, or things that have been in our mind that we just haven't had the time to do.
All three of us started a business.
All of us, we all started business during the pandemic. I had my book that I wrote and finished, and then Mila Eve, and I'm like, and then Riley Knox Couture.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how life will just throw you these curveballs and you just take it and throw it right back.
That's exactly what we did.
Yes. Poetic lyrics. Yeah, slip that on in there, Monique. Laugh out loud. The sun loves us.
The sun loves us.
I always say that to my kids. I'd be like, go outside and get some sun. The sun loves us.
Oh, okay. That's my new thing. I'm stealing it. Putting it on a shirt.
Say hi to Joshua. Hi, Josh. That's one of my biggest fans. I love
Yes. Hi, Josh. Hi, Dawn. Love and Hip Hop. It had me cracking up talking about Monique pop off a pear because I popped the bottle. Yes.
Okay, so we're finally going to taste it.
Yes.
So, come on.
Yes.
Taste it.
Cheers.
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 Everybody out there.
Ooh, I love that face. I wish I could.
Goodness. The bubbles are perfect. And it's just like,
is it like a peachy, like a...
yes.
Oh. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes, notes. You are hitting the notes.
Ooh.
You guys have to try this. This is amazing.
It's something about the bubbles too. They're not harsh.
It's not like pinching my nose. It's like...
Yes. The bubbles are like, they're very delicate. And it's a lot of
enjoy
this.
it.
How'd you come up with this? Like, how'd you come up with this?
So, of course, doing a lot of different testing grapes, traveling to different vineyards, but really getting into the things I love. And as a woman, just comparing and talking to different women about what they love, and men too.
Wow.
And again, it's a sparkling wine. And I knew when we, usually when we have champagne or sparkling wines, a lot of them are not per se tasteful and enjoyable, like when it comes to the actual flavor profiles. And so I knew we wanted to do something very different and have something that you could really enjoy. Like you could sit from dinner with your husband or to be out with the girls, and it could still be the same bottle through and through. This is the bottle you can take to any function.
What's really funny is Chris would love this because sometimes we'll have champagne or sparkling wine, and he'll put a little grenadines, like he wants to, and we'll all put like grenadine. I would never need to put anything in this.
Oh my God, it's perfect. It has it's very balanced in the flavor too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, those bubbles just like took me out. Wait, I'm about to post this link onto the chat so that people can see.
Yeah,
shoot, I was trying to.
I didn't even bring me a bottle of Conchasa. That's how you know it's been a long day.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking our Red Fusion. It's a 5-grape blend. It's a Bordeaux wine. It's so good. It's like it's after a long day. You see my head, like it was a long day wine.
You'd love that.
Yes, I'm all for the red. I'm over here like, so y'all know my I've been telling people for like the past 2 weeks, my screen is broken and I don't want to be messing up our whole situation right now, but I want to type your website into the profile here. So just give me 1 second.
Blend.
Yes, but because people are already asking.
Yeah.
So Shantae, welcome. She said, I missed it. Where did we get this bottle? I'm about to post the link, but you can share the website and I'm gonna actually get it posted up here as well.
So yes, our website is ebonywineandspirits.com. If you can read about us, hear about us. It's very simple. Nothing extra, just ebonywineandspirits.com. And right now we're experiencing, we're actually going through a new relaunch where July, when I say this pandemic was amazing and all of the support around the world, like it's been crazy and overwhelming. But we had a buyout at first, like everyone from everywhere just came in and they gave us the same reaction that you did. And they were shopping and buying and buying. And so we have a full restock on July 18th. But what I'm telling everyone to do is follow us on all of our social media handles because we're actually about to do a major giveaway. We have something going on right now called the Ebony Winery Experience Tour. So we've been going from city to city, from Alabama to Atlanta. We're in DC this weekend. And we actually show up.
You're in DC this weekend?
Yes.
Will be the weekend I'm going out of town.
I know.
And I'm here all this time during this pandemic. And this week is the weekend y'all want to come, man.
Yes, we have
wow.
an amazing.
Well, I will post on social media.
Yes, because if they follow.
Yes, send me the information. I will post it with the swipe up for information for people that's local that follow because, oh my goodness, y'all don't want to miss out on
Where are you going to be in DC?
It's called Elroy.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
You know what it is? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Elroy. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's a very nice. It's Black owned. We're having a Juneteenth celebration there. We actually have a collaboration. It's called Durant. She's a Black owned rum company, and so we're doing a whole unity celebration of our wines, of her spirits. And yeah, we're coming together to celebrate Juneteenth. So it's actually a big deal. I'll be doing some giveaways there. And again, if you follow us on our social media, we have a week coming up where we'll be doing a giveaway every day up until our restock. Yeah. So that's all you have to do. Follow us. And then, we just pick a random person, a random supporter every day up until our restock.
Awesome. So Nene said, I'm not going to try to read this.
So she's pretty much saying like she's a Congolese entrepreneur and she's pretty much cheering me on. So that's a great thing. Hi, Nene.
Awesome. I love it. So let's see.
Oh, that made my day.
Yes, that's awesome. I love it. This is a beautiful thing about social media and YouTube. It's like you can literally touch people around the world and it's fascinating. It's so fascinating. I love it.
This is my first like YouTube live though. I've never done this. So this is totally different from just like doing the podcast and kind of just doing the interview and it being posted. I absolutely love this.
I love it. It's like open chat and you get to talk and then answer questions like right away with people. So listen, if y'all have any other questions, y'all go ahead and pop in the comments and let us know. But so you say you're a serial entrepreneur. What other businesses have you indulged in?
Okay, well, me and my daughter, when she was 11, we started a spa. It's called Spa Diva Kids Spa. So we pamper girls from 4 years to 16 years old. So mani, pedi, facial, mini massages, all type of girly parties. We're mobile also. We service North and South Carolina.
Wow.
And yes. So it's called Spa Diva Kids Spa. And we love it because as she grew up, my niece are like taking over the business. So it'll be me and them and their mom. So it's actually something that we get to pass down. So we absolutely love Spa Diva. And then my baby is the Cultural Giving Tree. I have an Afrocentric Child Development Center. So I'm also a teacher. And so we have a school, an Afrocentric school, a preschool. So we have infants from 6 weeks to 12 years old. and we nurture and love on them and teach them. And we're Charlotte's first Afrocentric child development center.
Wow, that's amazing. And I love that you say serial entrepreneur, because a lot of times people think that they have to just do one thing. And I'm a person where I'm never going to be satisfied with doing just one thing. I'm always looking for something that I'm passionate about. And you're never just passionate about one thing. You're passionate about many things, and then branching out and just showing that you can accomplish so much more in one lifetime than you really think you can. Like so many people, it's encouraging to me, because it really helps people to take chances and to try something new, step outside their shell. So I love that you say that, because I feel like I'm the same way, where I will start a business. I've had so many businesses. I worked for so many different businesses growing up. My husband be laughing at me all the time, because he's like, when he goes home with me to New Jersey, he's like, we'll ride past something. I was like, yeah, I used to work there. And I used to work there. Yeah, I used to work there. And he cracks up like, well, where didn't you work? I'm like, well, that's why I have the experience I have in customer service and dealing with people, because of having those different opportunities to work in different fields. And I'm grateful and I'm appreciative for it. So
that was my thing. When I was a kid, people, when you're a kid, people always say, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the crazy thing is, I never had an answer for that, because I wanted to do so many things. But as a child, no one tells you that you can do more than one thing. You have to pick a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. I wanted to do all of it. And it wasn't until I was around probably about somewhere in my 20s that I realized I didn't have to just do one thing. I was a makeup artist. I was interior designer, a performer, and now I'm a fashion designer. And so it's like,
and it all goes together.
And it was all the artistic things is what I want to do. But people would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'd be like,
listen,
I was everything.
When I was in kindergarten, I wanted to work at Burger King, because I loved Burger King back then. I'm like, don't put me in a box. Listen, whatever I'm passionate about at that time is what I wanted to do. That's how I was as a kid. I love animals. I said, I'm going to be a vet. Well, that didn't happen, but I do love caring for creatures. As Riley knows, you cannot kill bugs in my home. I'm always like running like, no, I'll get it. So I just feel like that is something that I teach my kids, is that they can do whatever they want, and you can have as many jobs as you want. You can own as many businesses as you want. Shantae wanted to know, how did you start your Afrocentric school?
So I've always worked in childcare. Literally, when I was in college, I worked with children. I love children. And I really started from taking college classes in early childhood. And my mom also was already a teacher. And so with us working in childcare for years, I nudged her I kept poking at her like, okay, we need to do it ourselves. She's like 12 years in. I'm like, Mom, I had already started our spa, but I'm like, Mom, we can do this. Come on. And if you know anything about older, oftentimes older people are a little reluctant at times to jump, once they get kind of into their shell of just, of working.
They want to be safe. Back then, they wanted to be safe.
Yeah, I get it. And I got what she was saying, but I went out and I started looking for a building. I didn't have much money to do so, but I was determined to tell her, girl, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And so by this time, I started looking and applying for permits. I started taking different classes to show me what to do. Mm-hmm. And I found a curriculum, and I kind of tweaked the curriculum that I found. And because we wanted to make it something that was geared towards Afrocentricity. And so that was pretty much it. And once we started the Child Development Center, I knew from the beginning that I didn't want it to be just as a traditional Child Development Center. With us, we have a Montessori curriculum, and it's more so, it has from yoga to meditation to we do a lot of growing of food. We teach gardening. So of course you're
Can you do that
up here? I love it. No, that is exactly how I parent. I remember a friend coming over, and when I had my first son, and the way that he was so like independent, and he was 1 year old walking around, Mommy, can I have a snack? I mean, speaking full sentences. And then I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, get what do you want? Go ahead, get your bowl. He would go right to the cabinet, pull out his bowl, get his snack. I would help him open the bag. He would pour it in. And they were like, you should put your son in Montessori school, because that's kind of like how you are as a parent. And I love that you incorporate that in your school, because it teaches them real life situations, how to take care of themselves and how to be independent. You know, I love that. That's amazing.
Thank you. I can't even take all the credit for it. We have we have amazing supporters. Our parents, just like the parent that you say you are, that is who we attract. So we have tons of parents who are, really backing us, people in our community that back us. And then again, me working with my mother, who is she's our partner within this business. So just having her vision, and she's very holistic herself. Like when I see your infuser, that makes me think of her, because she does like eucalyptus crystals and everything like that. So yes,
yes.
So just having her as a guide too, and it's really our personality. So really, who we are is in like every single one of our businesses. So that's kind of the representation of, I could say how we got started. It was really a leap of faith. Anything we do is really a jump. But just doing my research, I'm very big on doing research and taking classes. I call myself a life student, because I'm always trying to learn something new as far as what I want to do. And I love how you said you don't have to do just one thing, because even a point in my life, I felt like, am I doing too much? Like, is this, I'm here, I'm there. Is this so? As an adult, that's when you don't feel like oh, what is this person going to say? Or, I'm doing this already. But really, I had that aha moment in my life where I was just, I said, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, whatever they think, I'm just going to, I'm going to do me. And I can't help that I have multiple gifts,
you also have multiple passions.
That's it.
That's things that you're passionate about that you're doing. So it's not like you're just pulling things out of the air that make no sense to you. They're things you're passionate about.
Right. Not no get rich quick.
Exactly. It's not that.
Yes.
I tell people all the time, even my friends, like, it's okay to do something else. So just to have people around you who say, like, who encourage you to, like, we know that you're good at this. So why don't you step out on faith and do that? So I think that's an amazing thing that you were saying.
Oh, yeah. And I wholeheartedly agree with you when you say how you surround yourself, because that will literally make or break you. Having people with the same energy around you that will uplift you, encourage you, root you on, support you, not just in supporting and saying, oh, that's a good idea, but actually real support. It definitely makes a difference in being like-minded. And I'm just like, look, I'm thinking about Riley right now, because
I was literally thinking about this too, because Monique will call me and be like, listen, you need to change this, or you need to like I was looking at your website, and you did you need people around you like that are like-minded people, but also like going to tell you the truth, and that are rooting you on. And she was the first person I designed for other than myself. Yes. So it's kind of like, and she's also my friend, so I know that she has my best interest at heart.
Right.
But I also see by example what she's doing with her businesses.
Right.
So.
Right. I will listen. Like a real friend, my pastor used to say, will confirm, confront, and celebrate. You have to do all three.
That's a word.
You have to do all three. So many times we want people around us that will only celebrate us, but they don't confirm you and they don't confront you. And for me, how I look at my friends is how I look at myself. If I see something that I know I would want somebody to tell me, then I'm gonna be like, look, don't take offense to this, but here's my thoughts. Here's what, here's my suggestions.
And here's what's working for her.
And if you need me to help you, let me know.
Yep. But that's the key word. That's the key word. What you just said. If you need me to help you, let me know. I love that. So even with confronting, it's like, hey, it's like that hug that you also get to say, hey, I want to help you. I'm here for you. It's not just
criticizing. I can't stand when people do that, where they'll just like have so much to say, but then you'll be like, okay, well, can you help me fix it? Can you help me? Oh, nah, I ain't into
people that want to complain about something but don't come with a solution to offer a help for you.
Right. Like, look, I can point you in the right direction. I went through this before. Let me show you who I use. I'm an open book like that. Diamond Jack said, my godfather always taught and instilled in me that we can do as many things and crafts that we want, but he always said to make sure you finish what you started foremost.
Ooh.
Yes. And you know what's so funny? That's a whole word right there.
It is.
The reason why this it's so funny. I literally just thought about this today. So on my other platforms, I started this Binder Time Stories. And it was like a summation of my time being on reality TV. And when I first did it, this was months ago. When I recorded that was back in what, like January?
It was cold, yeah.
Yeah, it was like January. And I recorded it. And once I put the first part out, I knew I had to see the other parts through and to keep promoting and keep posting. But when I tell you I'm so over it and I don't feel like it, and then I see some people commenting and they're like, oh, is she still talking about this? Why is she doing this? It's because since I started it, I have to finish it. So I'm not going to just stop right in the middle of it when I've already put certain things out. I have to see it through and trust and believe I'm over it. I can't wait to be done. But because I've already put out the first two parts, it's like I got to follow up with the final part.
But there are people that want to see the final part too.
Right. And then you have people that want to see it. But that right there is important for people to know that when you start something, finish it. And you cannot always listen to the naysayers because there's an audience out there who wants to see the whole project, who wants to see the whole plan. Then you have an audience that doesn't care. But once you put it out there, to me, to come full circle, you have to complete it. You have to do the whole thing, get it done. And for the people that are here for it, they'll be happy. And then you move on and you never know what door that will open. You know, so nobody likes seeing something that you start and you do it halfway and then you're like, I don't feel like it. That's a track record that you just don't want to put out there. People will look at you and say, oh, let me see your resume. Oh, you keep starting and stopping these projects. But when are you going to finish one? Who wants to work with that? You know? So I like that. Yeah.
That's definitely a word. My mother is always the type of whatever you start, you definitely need to finish. But that's why I really don't get into anything that I'm not 100% passionate about. And that's just me. Right. Like if I don't feel it, like even within I try, being a serial entrepreneur, yes, but I have to really feel like attachment to something in my spirit before I just say, I'm about to go full throttle with this.
Right. Right. Yes, definitely that. Because the people who support you or fall in love with your product, they'll be able to tell,
right.
Right there, I can tell you put your heart and soul into this.
Listen, I can tell you put your heart and soul into it too. I'm waiting for her to get down to her.
I put more in mine than I did yours. I was trying to be.
That's that Kinshasa. Yeah. That's the Kinshasa. I said I'm gonna have people all over the world saying Kinshasa.
Kinshasa.
Yes.
Kinshasa. And then going to visit.
And you said
yes.
You said it's the most populated.
So it's the third largest populated city in Africa. Yes. It's
wow.
Yeah. So like I said, you just look it up. When I say it's beautiful, it's gonna give you this amazing city life, and then it gives you like rainforest. Then it's gonna give you you're gonna go it's volcanoes like you've never seen.
You're gonna feel like you're on 3 or 4 day vacations at once.
Exactly.
Always something to do every day. I love that.
Always. Exactly.
It's like I said.
Yeah, it's huge. I'm looking it up now.
It's gonna be it's gonna be different.
Look at all the things you learn here on Not For Lazy.
Dubai. The buildings.
Yeah, that's where my family's from.
Wow, that is so dope. Do you go back at all, or have you?
So yeah, I was before before the pandemic. I was planning to go back, but me and my family, my cousins, they also do business as well. They have a company called DRC. And we're all planning to go back as a group. My grandmother is still there, and I have aunts and uncles and stuff who are still there. And my brother travels on business back and forth.
So you just have that entrepreneurial spirit in your blood. Sounds like
yes,
everybody.
I would think so. But even with this side, with my mother's side, I'm with her side, I'm the dangerous one because I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm doing it. I'm going for it.
And so how do you get everybody else on board for that? Like all your other family when you have an idea?
That is so funny that you just said that. I say that because my great aunt came to my center literally a day ago, and she bought me these stack of planners. She told me that me and your other aunt, we saw you on the news on your interview, and we was just crying, girl. We was just crying. I was so proud of you. And that's whatever they give is their way of saying how proud of you I am. And it was like, y'all, it was like 10 planners. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. But you just have that family in this situation. I love people at heart. One of my hashtags is Ebony will unite. And so even within my family, with some people like who don't talk to each other, just different little things, I believe that I've always believed that I will be a catalyst to anybody with negative energy, to put that to the side and literally indulge in the love that I'm spreading and what I'm doing. So I can't per se, I just get them on board. I think I do the work. My team does the work, and then people just will see. That's how the people say the show me state. Like at the end of the day, everybody's not going to believe, because everybody wasn't gifted with the dream and the vision. So when you said you started your business during the pandemic and everything like that, that's a gift to me. Like that is a gift that was bestowed upon you, because a lot of people didn't know what they were going to do. And they really did go into a panic. Me personally, I know that I have a brain that's literally like a browser. And I have 1,000,001 ideas. Like I know for a fact that I can make something happen and I can execute. And so, but with this situation, I knew I had this gift and I knew that I had this vision. And so when my family, did everybody just support off bat? No. But I wasn't looking for everybody to support. Right. Even in society, I don't look for everybody to support. But it's either you support me now or you support me later, because I'm still going to be here and it's still going to grow and you're going to see it. So,
yes. So in terms of working with family, so I've been in positions where I've worked with family. I've worked with cousins. I've worked with immediate family, extended family. I think I've probably worked with just about every type of family member. And I guess the piece of advice that I would always give to anybody out there that's watching, that tuned in because of this topic, is to make sure you choose the family member that is an expert in the field that you're employing them. That's probably the biggest tip I can give. You cannot put a random family member, just because they're your family, in a position to whatever, whether
just because you want to give them
a
job.
Right. If it's managing a project, but they've never managed anything, they can't even manage their own life, don't do it. Find something that fits their description based off of what they can do. And I promise you that alone will save you so many headaches.
That's trial and error for me. Okay. I didn't know all that stuff that you're saying now. That would have been good some years ago. Like when I was, that big heart that you have, that when that heart is big, you're like, yeah, you come work. I got a job for you. You can do that. Yeah. And you learn something. And they're your family, but not everybody wants to work. And not everybody is comfortable with listening to you as a boss.
They might still be looking at you as little Camillya from back in the day. And now you all grown up running the actual business, and they can't respect that. So yeah, I say these things from experience as well.
Please don't read me. Please stop reading me.
Look, I read myself as well. Because look here, oh man, I if I could share so many stories, but I won't go into details. I love my family, and but when it comes to my siblings, I will say this. My dad told us years ago, when my sister was about to go off to college, and me and her were arguing about something, and he said, listen, one day you're going to realize that y'all need to respect each other for where you are. You need to respect each other as adults. And he would say that, and it would just be like, shoo, right over our head. And I remember as we got older again, we started bickering, arguing about something. And he said it again. He said, y'all need to start respecting each other as adults. And then he broke it down. He said, my sister's name is Tasha, and I'm known as Moni in my family. So he was like, you're not little Tasha anymore. You're not little Moni. And he's looking at my sister like, that's your little sister, but she's a grown woman. And he's like, that's your big sister, but you're a grown woman. She's a grown woman. You cannot keep playing with each other or talking at each other like you did when you were children. You have to respect where you are now as adults. And I was like, wow, I get it now. So one thing that my dad always taught us and pushed us is that respect each other for where you are, what your gifts are, what your talents are, for your age bracket, whatever. But like one thing about my brother is great with computers. He always has been. I never feel shame going to my brother who's 7 years younger than me. And I'm like, how do you download this app? How do you do this? How do you do that? He knows it. He that's where he's an expert. He designs all my packaging and labeling for Me Lead Essentials. He manages the website. He builds the website for Not for Lazy Moms. He does the newsletters. He does everything when it comes to computers because that's his field. My sister, she's a great manager. She manages artists like that. I mean, she's literally managed artists all over that you've known and heard of. She's done tours for them. She does bookings. Like she does all of those things. And that's her field. That's what she's great at. So thank God I ended up with good siblings that actually know how to do what it is that I need.
I'm sorry, your parents had some good genes, honey. Yes, they could. Having kids just kept going. Look at all this.
They try to do their best to get it right with us, and just a bunch of talking and lecturing. But eventually, it all paid off, and we got to that point where we recognized it. And it took time, but we got to that point where we were like, okay, I get it now. This I can depend on you for. But other things, like, I can't. So we know what box to put each other in and what lane to stay in. So yeah, it's been great with the siblings. With other people, yeah.
Well, I have 7 brothers. I'm the only girl. So
wow.
Yes. So it's all boys. They are amazing supporters. They are amazing protectors. They just cheer me on 100%. If I need them to do anything, they are there. And I support them. And we haven't per se done like a full business and everything together, but they're like, show up, they're the muscle, whatever I need. Yeah. I'm so thankful for them. They're like there. But I always say like my cousins, my first girl cousins are like my sisters because I didn't have sisters. But yeah, I love the fact of you and your sisters and your brothers, y'all connection and all of that. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. And then Riley works with her.
My sister, yeah. It's really funny because my sister works backstage at my show and she is Miss Get Done. Yeah, done. Because the great thing, so my sister has always, we are only 16 months apart, but she has always seemed like the oldest one, and she is very bossy. She's always been that way since we were kids. Everybody's always thought she was the oldest. I mean, she was at my house the other day, and I was just listening to her, and I'm like, just let her be boss. And I'm just like, and still do whatever I want to do. But where it comes in handy is she can boss everyone around, and she doesn't care if they're mad at her. That way they're not mad at me and I don't have to be the mean one because really I'm the boss, but I can just have her do it. And it's funny because I'll do a show and it'll be great. I'm like, oh, what's so great? And she's like, I'm gonna call you later. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk later and I'll tell you what happened backstage or what happened behind the scenes. And she is perfect at taking care of me during my shows too. Because even if she's not there, she will call and say, remember that you are getting old. You need to have a banana before you go out on stage with those old bones. She literally will say that to me. She literally says that to me.
I can hear her saying that too.
She does.
So sweet.
And then if she's there, she is very adamant about, I go on lockdown for an hour before the show. That means no matter what, unless the building is burning down, don't come knock on my dressing room door. So she brings my food in, no one's allowed in there, and she makes sure that I'm taken care of. And no one's gonna do that for me like my sister,
Oh, that is so sweet. I hope she's watching. I hope she get to hear this.
Yeah, well, I'll share it with her, yeah. but she is, it's great because I've had people offer to want to work for me or with me. And a lot of them have been like fans, and it's because they're like, my sister is not a fan. She's known me since I was a kid, and she's going to tell me the truth. And she's also not going to be like, yes, she's not going to yes me to death. Right. You know what I mean? She's going to tell me what I need to hear, when I need to hear it. And also like the ugly truth,
Yeah. The work ethic is
that's more important than anything. That's important.
Yes. the work ethic is it's like sometimes you with family, sometimes they tend to get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when they're in a good position and then they get comfortable, and it's just like now you're not doing the job as efficient as you used to do it. And then I'll feel bad because I'm actually requiring you to do what it is I'm paying you to do. And then just having to make sure you find that fine line between being family and being in business. So then you end up looking like the jerk most of the time, because it's like, here's the line. And when we're dealing with business, we're not family. We're not related. We're co-workers, or, you know, I'm your boss, or whatever the situation is. And, you know, it can get a little tense because you still want to maintain that relationship as family, and you don't want business to be the reason that you have this, you know, mess, you know. So I've experienced all of it, even having to let family members go, which is very difficult. And then trying to also still maintain the relationship after you've let them go. But I'm really good at, like, I'll give you like a whole month of pay. Yeah. Even if I don't want to see you, I'll just be like, you know what, just bye. I'm still gonna pay you for the month. But, you know, with family, it's a little different because it's like you want to still be sensitive. So it's a little hard. And that's probably for me why the odds of me working with family, depending on, you know, who the person is slim to none. My kids.
See that speech you just gave, like the part where you're like, oh, we're, you know, here, we're family, you know, I'm your boss, ... That is my mother all day. Like, because my mother, remember, she runs the child development center. When stuff is not going right, she's like, staff meeting. Mm-hmm. Listen, when we're here, you work here, I am your boss. I love you, but we are not family. And it's so, it takes her a moment to get there, though. I can see when she's about to get there. And by this time, I'm just quiet and I'm just like, I told you. And she's like the hammer. So it's I get to be the nice one.
Yeah, it's like you can't really get there until you've been pushed. It's not until you start feeling like now I'm taking on the workload and I'm still paying everybody. You know, that's when it gets to that point, you have to say something. It's like you'll end up exploding if you don't. And that's
definitely as well. Hard. It can be hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. And it's like now with my kids, they're the easiest because I'll just see what it is that they enjoy doing. And then that's what they do. Like my son, my oldest, he will get down there and he'll be down there with me for an hour or two and he'll get it all done. My daughter, Milani, the princess, oh my God. She will do like, my son will have like, they build these kits and it has 10 oils in each kit. My son will do 50. I'll be like, well, Milani, how many did you do? And her little stack, she'll have like 4. I'm like, what were you doing the whole time? Oh, mommy, you know, I had to take a break. I'm like, well, are you going to help with anything? Or are you going to, well, you know, mommy, I think I'm going to sweep. Well, I don't really need sweeping done right now, but that's what I want to do. I think I can do the sweeping. I'm like, okay, baby, go ahead and sweep. A whole mess. She cracks me up. But the fact that it's like she has certain things that she focuses on that she wants to do, I try to embrace that. She likes to be the cleaning up person. Like I'm like, all right, well, cool. Then you go ahead and do that. Even though I really need you to build these kits right now because I'm like, go ahead.
She's the organizer.
Yes.
You need that too.
Yes.
She's so cute.
Poetic Lyrics said, having to explain to a family member that this is business will make me take another route. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how often that happens. How often it happens. And I mean, when you're like-minded and you have the same goal, I think what helps too is if, for instance, like I have my company, Mila Eve, and Not for Lazy Moms, but working with my brother, he has his own company, which is dealing with graphic design. So I think it makes it easier for us because we both have our own invested interests. And it's not like I'm his only means of income. He still wants his business to thrive and anything that his name goes on. So I think when with ownership comes a lot more pride and responsibility with your own. You want to make sure that your own is doing well. Versus when if you're just employing someone and then they're just doing a specific job, but they don't feel like they have any vested interest in it. If that makes sense. So
I know me, I even with working with family, I always sit them down individually and ask them about their purpose, their gifts, anything that they want to get into. How can I reinvest in you? How are you happy here? What can we do to build what you want to do? Yes. And I think those things like that are also beneficial for people to not feel like, hey, I'm just working to work, working, and I don't have any room for growth, or they're not invested in me as well. So I try to let them know that we're invested in them. And so that, whatever your desire is, how can I support that?
Yes. Oh, I love that. That is a great point. I used to sit down when I had a smaller team like years ago, and I would say to them when I saw things weren't really going the right way, and this isn't just family, this is just in general. And I would say, I'm never a person that's going to force a shoe to fit a foot that's too small or too big. I'm not going to force the shoe on you. So you need to tell me what it is that you enjoy doing. And if your enjoyment of these different things lines up with what I need, then we can work together. But if you enjoy doing something else that I don't need done, then maybe this is where we need to part ways, so that's an excellent point for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to use that too.
Yes. Any other good nuggets? What you got?
Listen, this is listen, here's the thing. We're not just saying this just because you're on here. And for everybody watching, we're definitely not saying this. This is good.
It really is. It really is.
And it's funny because you can't hear us, but while you were talking, we were looking at each other. This is good.
No, listen. I'm a person.
I knew this in you one.
Look, this is amazing. Listen, I am a person where I can't fake the funk. I can't fake if I don't like it, I'm not gonna drink it. I'm not gonna appease anybody. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then it's just
everybody go out and try for yourself and see how you like
good.
it.
And this is all right. So anybody watching right now, and y'all know me, y'all know I'm a red wine girl.
She is.
So for me to enjoy something that's not red wine, I'm telling the truth.
Absolutely.
So listen, we've been very blessed on this channel to have some amazing businesses come through here that are all amazing brands with amazing products. This right here, when you said you taste the sun, I concur.
It is.
It's really good.
And it is very kind of refreshing
really
like that too. I can see sipping this by your pool.
Right. Like I can literally, this is definitely like,
there you go.
But I like it too because it's very classy. So it's like you can have a nice event in this gold and black. What? These bottles alone? Like, this is I love it.
Class. And I love how you hold your glass. Class.
I've learned that by being on this channel. Look, we have guests come through and they will give us a little tidbit of this, a little tidbit of that. Once I learned that you hold it by the stem so that you don't warm it with your temperature from your hands and all of that, I was like, okay, now I'm learning something. Because I thought people just did that just to be bougie, but now I see it has a purpose. I love it.
I know for me, it'll start off down here, but just depends on how the wine is going and how many glasses, it might just end up right.
Yes, it's a good starting point. Eventually it just be like this, like. But no, this is amazing. It's really good. This is I can see this as a great, just like events. Like when people are just sipping it, it's nice because I feel like you cover all your bases. You cover the sparkles with the bubbles. The bubbles are like perfect. I like how, because I've had drinks where the bubbles are too harsh. It's like when they touch your tongue, it's like they're smacking it, and anybody out there that has had a very like aggressive champagne or anything like that, you know what I mean?
Which is normally like those super cheap champagnes that
maybe
burn your nose.
Oh, no. Yeah, we can't do that. No, we don't need any headache medicine. But no, this is like when the bubbles hit your tongue, it's very inviting. It's very like, I don't know how to describe it.
Listen, perfect.
The taste of the sun.
Perfect. Taste of the sun. It's absolutely perfect.
Taste of the sun. You can't go wrong with it.
And I like the flavor. Like it's very like, oh my God, the peach.
There's something peachy and
like
something else that I can't put my finger
Oh
on.
my God.
So I always let people, so you definitely have, when you go to our website, when you go to online, look us up, you're going to see like the description of the varietal of the Kinshasa. But I love when people don't know. Like I love when people are just like, oh, I taste
something.
We're gonna research after this.
Yeah. It is so good. Like this would get me in trouble because I would just keep drinking.
That bottle will get gone.
Listen, it's not me. And Riley thinks she's taking this one home. We're going to have to just share this one on another day. I'll keep it in the fridge for us.
So you get back, yeah.
Right. Or I might take it with me.
I know. Try to replace the bottle by the time I come back over.
Now tell us about, you're about to have your storefront opening this summer.
Yes. So the Ebony... Yes, we've been working very hard since this pandemic. And like I said, I only had time, so I was working away. So what we have is the Ebony Winery Experience. It's the first of its kind. It's an urban winery, and an urban winery is a winery within the city. And so what's so unique about our urban winery is that it's actually going to give you the urban winery part. It gives you this gorgeous patio outside, but inside you are welcomed into a very different, cultural celebration, because it's going to have a selfie museum, a cultural selfie museum within this winery. And so usually in a winery, you taste your wine, you taste the charcuterie boards and different things like that. And you're being cute, you're taking pictures, and you and your friends are enjoying the wine. Well, for me, I'm artsy. And so I wanted to do something that was going to make you not want to leave, because I want you there, because I want you to keep enjoying this wine. Yeah. So we gave you a cultural selfie museum. And so the selfies, it's about 6 different exhibitions. And then you also have a cultural art gallery that has art from Black artists all over the country that are in this amazing space. And then it also has a wine store. So you're going to go here and then you're going to experience so many different things. It's the Millennials Winery. It's very, it's different. It's very fun. It's very vibrant. It definitely still gives you what an urban winery is supposed to be, but it's going to give you things that you didn't even know that you wanted and you loved.
I love it. Yeah. And this is going to be based in North Carolina?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Is it in Charlotte?
Yes, it's in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to be visiting. I have a friend that lives in Charlotte, and I owe her a visit. We were there last summer, and yeah, definitely going to stop in.
Yeah. Everybody loves Charlotte. Charlotte is very fun, but everybody is like, a lot of people are migrating to Charlotte. So we're getting.
I hear that.
I love Queen City. Queen City got good food.
We do. Yes, we do.
Oh my gosh. I love it. No, we went.
If you ever come here, you have to go. Remember this, Cuzzo's Cuisine. You have to go to Cuzzo's Cuisine.
Oh, yes. Okay.
When I say it's amazing, Cuzzo's Cuisine is so they're out of Charleston. So they have like this geeky type like fusion food. It's amazing. My favorite at Cuzzo's Cuisine is the lobster mac. It is my favorite. Like, I go there, I have to have their lobster mac and cheese. But I won't give you the menu. When I tell you, when you hit the city, this is one of the top places to go. Cuzzo's Cuisine. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, where should I eat in DC?
Oh, good. My spot is Ocean's Prime.
Yeah.
Ocean Prime. Ocean Prime is so good. If you're into seafood, they have.
I love seafood.
Ocean Prime, and they have. See, this is what I like about Ocean Prime. They have really good food, seafood, steak, all of that. I don't eat meat anymore outside of seafood, but their steak is amazing if you're into that. And they have sushi, and their drinks are amazing. They have the berries and bubbles.
Berries and bubbles. Yeah, berries and bubbles.
Yes. And they're what I love about that restaurant is that their sides are good.
Very.
I can't stand when you go somewhere and they have the good, like, you know, like the lobster, the steak,
plop of like rice,
right?
Or something crazy.
Oh no, their sides are
corn
amazing.
Pudding or something. Like it's good.
They're
it's
really
so good. I had my 40th birthday there this year. So.
Yes.
Ocean's Prime.
Ocean Prime. Yep, it's in DC.
Okay.
It's right on H Street.
14th and G.
14th and G.
Or I, something like that.
I think it's 14th and G.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ocean Prime is good. And then it's not in the city, but if you were to go like in Virginia, right outside the city, Eddie V's is really good.
Okay.
Same. I go anywhere that has good dessert and good sides. So the main
and we have Eddie V's here too. I wonder if it's like I definitely like Eddie V's, but they moved downtown here in Charlotte, and it is like flooded. Like everybody, like we wore Eddie V's out, like to the point.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
Ocean
Prime would be good. RPM is good if you want Italian.
RPM is great.
Yes.
RPM.
Yes.
Okay, I love Italian food. Seafood and Italian food, my top.
Oh yeah, you'll love RPM. RPM is amazing. They have great they have a great selection of wines as well. Yeah, you'll like RPM. Definitely go ahead and make your reservations like now, because now
RPM.
Yes, anywhere in DC, I would suggest that you make your reservation like now, because everybody's finally coming out the house and restaurants have been booked like crazy. Yeah. But if you go to Ocean Prime, ask for Janelle. So ask for your waitress to be Janelle. That's my girl. Tell her Mo sent you. She'll take care of you. She's good people. Like, I love her. Anytime I go there, I always like request her. She's amazing. She's really good.
Well, when you come here and you go to Cuzzo's, you just tell them, they'll already know. Tell them Ebony Wine sent you, and they're gonna roll out the red carpet. They're like your cousins. I'm telling you, it's great food. They're like a great vibe, and it's just amazing. Very good.
Oh man, we're about to take a road trip. I might need to stop through North Carolina. Stop at Cuzzo's Cuisine. I'm gonna text this to my husband right now, so I don't.
Yes.
Cuzzo's
Cuisine. It's like the restaurant when all the celebrities, when everybody comes into town, like they're like, where can I get something really good to eat?
What?
And that's where you go.
Yes. Oh, I got it. Cuzzo's Cuisine. And Tuskegee Road.
Yes.
Got it. I'm about to send this to my husband.
That's like a Charlotte staple. Like that's
okay. Heck yeah. See, that will turn a trip out if you have good food. Anytime people ask me where to go, it's always based off of who has the best food. Because I love to eat. Okay, awesome. I just sent it to him. Yes. All right, cool. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Congratulations on all of your endeavors. I cannot believe that you just launched almost 9 months ago. Because, I mean, just looking at the way you have structured your business, even with your social media, with the presentation, I would have thought you've been around 5-10 years, honestly. Like, so.
Thank you. Thank you. I did that a lot.
That note, I was not told that. So I wasn't even prepared. When you said that, I was like, wow, I love it. That's goals. That's goals. And it's inspiring for me and for Riley.
Yeah.
And for everybody out there who are starting businesses, especially those who have started businesses out of the pandemic. It's so encouraging. I feel like, turning negatives into positives. That's always what my motto is. And I feel like the pandemic has turned, there was a lot of negatives. There was a lot of losses. But at the end of the road, there's been this light that's been shining, and so many people have been prospering as a result of just staying home. And I'm really grateful, and I'm grateful for you being here. And I will continue to promote and uplift Ebony Wines and Spirits. And I'm thankful, and we hope that you come back after you launch, and we'll celebrate and pop a bottle.
Yes, definitely pop bottles. And I want to thank you, Queens. This is so amazing. Anytime that I'm able to get on a platform that celebrates who we are, but understanding like the story behind what we're doing and the message within what we're doing, I would say that we cannot do this or could not have done this without the support of the people all over the world, sending messages, tagging, sharing whatever they can do to celebrate Ebony Wine and Spirits, because I tell people all the time, we're culture in a bottle. It's been a long time since we could hold up a wine or a spirit or something to say, hey, this actually means something, something that is good, something that represents history and heritage and the integrity of who Black people are. And I think this, I know for a fact, this is Ebony Wine, and that's the all around the world, when people hold up Ebony Wine, that's the attachment that I want them to have. And I'm so thankful to even be here and to have people like you to celebrate and understand who we are.
Thank you. I so appreciate it. No, this has been incredible, and it's just been a blessing. I'm like, week after week, we have been able to put out to the followers that we have here some diversity in a field that is not very diverse. And to have these Black-owned businesses, it's just like, it just tickles my spirit. It encourages me. It just uplifts me. And I just could not be more proud. And I'm look, you are shooting for the stars, and everything you're doing with your school and everything else, it really is inspiring for you to be a mom who has basically, you have beaten the odds. Everything that people say that we shouldn't have, or we can't be, or we cannot attain based off of whatever we've been through or gone through in life. And to see people like you that are doing it, you are inspiring so many people. Absolutely. Like, just by living and breathing, you don't even realize how many people you're touching. And I was so blown away when your daughter came on, and I'm just like, this is amazing. This is goals, like, seriously. So I'm always encouraged.
She got me set up and everything. She's like, let me log in, Mom. Let me get everything together. I'm like,
I love it. Like, it just tickles me, because I'm just like, I can see this for my kids when they get older. I can't wait for my kids to be, on their way to college, and they're like, yep, I'm this title, that title.
Generational wealth.
Yeah. Creating that generational wealth. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Listen, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all share. We'll post and we'll put some clips up on social media as well. But thank you so much for coming on, and make sure you shop Ebony Wines, because let me tell you, this right here is done. It's done. Me and Riley are going to log off, and we're going to finish this and tease my husband, because he wasn't here. He's watching kids. So we're going to go tease him, and he's probably going to try to drink.
He gonna open another bottle.
He's gonna try to open this. We're gonna
let him drink and experience the taste of the sun. Let him have some Kinshasa. He deserves it.
He's gonna like it. Oh yeah, he's gonna like it too. All right, well, y'all take care. Any information that you need about Ebony Wines and Spirits is in the description. Make sure you click on it, support, and follow. So thank y'all so much, and y'all have a blessed night.